This is the lecture number 23 for the chapter integration, and we are discussing the miscellaneous exercise, and we have done up to question number 10. Now in question number 11, that is dx upon cos x plus a into cos x plus b. It is a unique question, and this type of question we have done in the integration by using the trigonometric identities there also, but there you were having cos x minus a, x minus b. Here we have plus sign. There you have multiplied by sine b minus a by numerator and denominator. Now I am multiplying with sine a minus b, multiplying and denominator, multiplying and dividing with sine a minus b. Why we are taking a minus b? Because in place of a minus b I can write x plus a minus x plus b, as we have in the denominator x plus a, x plus b, because x will be cancelled out with x and it will be only a minus b. So in place of a minus b, you can write x plus a minus x plus b, and now using the formula of sine a minus b in the denominator and breaking into two integrals. So sine a minus b will be sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. So breaking into two, this upon this, then cos x plus b will cancel out cos x plus b, it will be tan x plus a. This upon this, in this cos x plus a will be cancelled out with x plus a, this will be tan x plus b. And you know the integral of tan, it is log sec x. Tan log sec x, in place of x we have x plus a, x plus b. In the mod sign, in the minus, the log will be divided, so it will be log sec x plus a upon sec x plus b. Question number 12 is somewhat easy question. In the numerator we have x cube, so you can let x to the power 4 is equal to t. So dt upon dx will be equal to 4x cube dx. Replace this dx by this dt upon 4x cube. This x cube will be cancelled out. 1 upon 4 dt upon under root 1 minus t square, which is sine inverse t, and replace the value of t, which is x to the power 4. So somewhat easy question is this. In question number 13 is also easy. When you let e to the power x is equal to t, this e to the power x in the numerator will be cancelled out. So let e to the power x is equal to t, so dt upon dx will be equal to e to the power x dx. So 1 plus t into 2 plus t, and when you replace the value of dx, this e to the power x will be cancelled out. So now you have to make it the partial fraction. You know how to make it a partial fraction. Let it, this is equal to a upon 1 plus t, b upon 2 plus t, and you know how to make the partial fraction. Its partial fraction will be this: 1 upon 1 plus t, 1 upon 2 plus t, and integral of this is log 1 plus t, log 2 plus t, in minus, using the properties of the log, it will be log 1 plus t upon 2 plus t. Replace the value of t, which is e to the power x. So somewhat easy question is this. In question number 14, it is 1 upon x square plus 1, x square plus 4. You can do this question by the partial fraction by letting x square is equal to t, and this question you have already done in the partial fraction question also. In that we have let square is equal, in there we have let x square is equal to t, but here I am making some arrangement here, but trick I am using here. So in place of 1 I am writing x square plus 4 minus x square plus 1. So x square will be cancelled out with x square. 4 minus 1 is 3. That is why I have divided with 3 here. So this upon this, it will be only 1 upon x square plus 1, and this upon this will be only 1 upon x square plus 4. This is the integral of tan inverse x. This is the integral of special integral of 1 upon x square plus a square, which is 1 upon a tan inverse x upon a. So some trick has been used here. So you can use that. Otherwise, you can use the partial fraction to find the integral of this question. So this is the question number 14. Now in question number 15, rather 16 I am taking, 15 I'll take it after that. In question number 16, it is e to the power 3 log x into 1 plus x to the power 4 raised to power minus 1. So you first of all arrange it, take this to the denominator, and it is e to the power 3 log x will be e to the power log x cube, using the property of the log. And you know that e to the power log x cube will be equal to x cube. We have just done in the 2 to 3 questions before. E to the power log x is equal to x, because this is, so it will be only x cube. Now you do it very easily. You can let 1 plus x to the power 4 is equal to t. This x cube will be cancelled out. You are getting only 1 upon t when you put the value of dx, and it is equal to log t, and replace the value of t. Similarly, is this question, e to the power log sine x is equal to only sine x, by using this. Now you can do it, letting cos x is equal to t. The sin x will be cancelled out. When you put the value of dx, so it will only t cube. T cube, this will be cancelled out sin x. So t ki power 4 upon 4, replace the value of t. Question number 17, seeming to be somewhat theoretical question, but no, it is not so much very difficult. If you let here f a x plus b is equal to t, if you let a x plus b is equal to t, so dt upon dx will be f dash a x plus b into the derivative of ax plus b, which is equal to a. Replace the value of dx here. So dx is equal to dt upon a f dash ax plus b. This f dash ax plus b will be cancelled out with this ax plus b. F dash ax plus b, this cancelled out. So it is only equal to t ki power n. T ki power n. So this is t ki power n. So t ki power n plus 1 upon t ki power n plus 1. So this is the integral of this. Replace the value of t, which is f ax plus b ki power n plus 1 plus c 1 upon a n plus 1. So it is seeming to be a difficult question, but it comes out to be easy. You have to let only f ax plus b is equal to t, and its derivative will be this, which will be cancelled out when you replace the value of dx. So be very careful. The derivative of f ax plus b is f dash ax plus b into derivative of ax plus b, which is equal to a. Question number 18, somewhat different question, and lot of arrangement is there in this. Now if you see it carefully, we have this sine cube, and we have the square root here to multiply and divide by sine x. So it will become sine ki power 4x upon sine x. Take this sine ki power 4 outside the square root, and it will, if you take it to the numerator, it will come out to be cosec square x. See it, and arrange this sine x plus alpha upon sine x, which is sine a plus b plus cos a plus b, using the formula sine a plus b, which is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b, and break into 2. This upon this, it will be only cos alpha. This upon this, it will be cos x upon sine x cot x into sine alpha. See it very carefully. Arrange these terms carefully. Now if you let this cos alpha plus sine alpha cot x is equal to t, its derivative see the derivative very carefully. Dt upon dx will be, this will be 0 because it is a constant cos alpha, and its derivative is minus cosec square x into sine alpha. Sine alpha here is scalar. You don't have to use the product rule. So dt upon dx will be, because we are differentiating with respect to x, so it will be minus cosec square x into sine alpha, and cos alpha derivative will be 0 because it is a constant. So when you replace the value of dx, this is dx, dt upon this here, this cosec square will be cancelled out, and we have root t like this. Replace the value of dx, which is dt upon cosec square x. This will be cancelled out. So you have to integrate only t ki power minus half, which is t ki power minus half plus 1 upon minus half plus 1, which is 10 t ki power half, and this minus half plus 1 is half, and arrange it. Replace the value of t, which is cos alpha plus sine alpha cot x. So it is a good question in which you have to do lot of arrangement in this question. See, you can say it carefully. Now in question number 19, also somewhat big question. You know the identity here, sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So see it very carefully, sine inverse root x plus cos inverse root x is equal to pi by 2. So denominator will be pi by 2. So in the numerator, either you convert cos inverse x into sine inverse root x, or you convert cos inverse root x into sine inverse root x by using this identity. So I converted this cos inverse root x is equal to pi by 2 minus sine inverse root x. See it very carefully. So sine inverse root x plus sine inverse root x is equal to 2 sine inverse root x minus pi by 2. Sine inverse root x plus sine inverse root x 2 root sine x minus pi by 2. Multiply and open the bracket. So this into this is equal to this. This into this is only equal to 1. So it means this is only, integration of this is only 1. Integration is x. And see this integral sine inverse root x. I will replace it I, and I will show you how to integrate this sine inverse root x, and then you will replace the value of this integral here. So I am taking this is as I and integrate it separately. Now this you can integrate as by letting sine inverse root x is equal to theta. So take sine inverse to the right hand side, it will become sine theta, and squaring both the side, it will be sine squared theta. So x will be sine squared theta, and sine inverse root x we have let it equal to theta. Now find its dx, dx upon d theta. Dx will be equal to 2 sine theta cos theta d theta, and 2 sine theta cos theta is sine 2 theta. So replace the value of dx, which is equal to sine 2 theta, and this we have let is equal to theta. Now you can integrate by using by parts, taking this as the first function and this as the second function. So first function as it is, integration of sine 2 theta will be minus cos 2 theta upon 2. This is cos theta. Minus derivative of the first, which is 1, multiply by this minus cos 2 theta upon 2. So minus minus plus, and integration of cos 2 theta is sine 2 theta upon 2, which will be sine 2 theta upon 4. Arrange it. In place of cos 2 theta, you can write 1 minus 2 sine square theta, because we know the value of sine square theta. We have cos sine 2 theta, so you can write 2 sine theta cos theta, because you have to convert all these terms in terms of x, and we know that sine square theta is equal to x, and from this you can easily find the value of cos theta also. That is why we are converting all these terms in sine theta and cos theta. So cos 2 theta is 1 minus 2 sine square theta, sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta. So replace the value of this here theta, which is equal to sine inverse root x. The value of sine square theta is x here, like this. Replace the value of sine theta and cos theta, will get this, and simplify as far as possible. Simplify as far as possible. So say it very carefully. This is the value of this I, and you will replace this value of I here where I have let it. This यहाँ पे replace करना है. This. So the integral of this and replace the value of I. So you take your own time to arrange these terms. You arrange these terms, you take your own time. So this is the question number 19, which is somewhat lengthy question. 5 or 7 questions are somewhat lengthy. No. Question number 20 is also a lengthy question. Okay, we'll discuss this question in the next lecture. Thank you.